Remember you're a kid and it was recess and you got up and you raced outside across the playground to get to the swing set and to claim your piece of real estate? We're going to talk about the fastest growing zip code so you can claim your spot to a piece of real estate that matters to you.
So in this video, we are going to break down what you're going to find in each of these zip codes, why it's desirable, what areas you can get on or near the water, and what areas you're going to find the best amenities. We are Joe and Charity. We are local realtors here, and we help people just like you every week who are considering moving to the Pacific Northwest. So let's jump in and learn about all of the zip codes here in the Olympia area.
The first zip code we're going to jump into is my favorite, 98501. And it's my favorite because, well, we live in it and she's my favorite person, and that definitely helps it. You're not going to have the same benefit. However, it does have Olympia High School. It's a very highly desirable high school that people go into, so that puts a little bit of pressure demand on it. And it's not just a high school though. It is conveniently located to downtown. It's got some great little walkable trails throughout the other one. One of our favorites is Watershed Park, which is actually a very nice little hike. Not too strenuous, but definitely a wonderful hike to do on an evening or a weekend.
The neighborhoods in this area are going to have a very good mix of age and style of homes. There are a lot of homes that were built in the mid-century time period, like the one that we live in, and there are also newer homes. The price of the homes are going to range from about $600,000 to upwards of $1 million plus if you get one of those newer, bigger ones. If you want an option of living on the water, there is a little bit of an option here. There's a lake, and that lake is very popular, and that's a great spot to live if you want to have lake access.
The vibe is going to be this unique blend of suburban urban. So it's this combination of being close to downtown, very convenient to modern amenities, and also just a little bit of suburban-ish feel. Yeah.
Compared to downtown, it will feel a bit suburban, but compared to suburban, it will feel more urban.
So you're thinking to yourself, well, wait a second. I'm thinking I want a little bit more space, perhaps, maybe an acre, maybe a little land. Well, great. 98512 in the Tumwater area is perfect for that. Larger lots, some bigger homes, a little bit of rural feel, which is really fantastic.
Yeah, in fact, 98501 spills into 98512. Tumwater has two zip codes, but this part of Tumwater is generally the part that's going to be more rural. And like Joe said, you're going to have a mix of homes available here, but a lot of them are going to have a lot more land associated with them. And your prices are going to be from, $600,000 to, again, upwards of $1 million if you've got a nice big farmland property or even a luxury property that's been built in this area. For getting outdoors, you're going to have great access to Tumwater Falls Park or Brewery Falls Park. It's the same park, two different names. Super fun park, great trail all the way around the river. This is the birthplace of Olympia beer. The salmon run up it every year, so it's really fun.
Right? Yeah.
You've got Pioneer Park that's on the Deschutes River, and that's a really fantastic park as well. And if you're moving towards wanting to live on the water, then you can get some properties that have river access on the Deschutes River, but not a lot of lakefront properties here in the Tumwater area.
The vibe here is a little bit more suburban toward rural. So if that's what you're looking for, you're going to definitely find a place for you there.
If HOA master plan communities is more your style, then you are going to want to head to 98516. This area is called Hawks Prairie and Meridian Campus, and this is the largest section of HOA style communities all together. So really beautiful, clean streets. Everybody's got to keep their yards up. They've actually planted some really gorgeous trees in there. So in the fall, it's one of the most beautiful places in the area. And they have hydrangea bushes that are blooming down the middle of the streets too. It's just a really nice, clean area.
There are two really wonderful parks in this area, the Nisqually Wildlife Refuge, and this has got a great boardwalk that goes out over the water, a little gazebo at the end, lots of wildlife, very, very beautiful picture all times of year. And then you have Ptolemy State Park. Once again, it's a wonderful little park as well. Ptolemy State Park has the beach, it has the trails, it's got lots of great water access as well. There are also some wonderful golf courses in that area, so if you want to get out and hit the driver into the woods, because that's how I usually do it, you have options for that as well.
Price point in this area is going to be around $525,000 up to $1 million. There's not a lot of $1 million properties in this. Mostly the ones that are right on the golf course, where there are a few that are on the water. So let's segue to that. You can get some waterfront homes in this area, but just not as many as some of the other areas.
Of course, like any good suburban area, you have a Costco. Yep. So you are set to go for all the daily necessities. Our next zip code is 98513, and it is the most affordability.
So 98513 is going to be the southeast part of Lacey, and it's going to also stretch out into rural areas. You are going to have quite a few lakes in this area. So if you want to be on the water, that's a good option for you to get on some lakefront property. Overall, the prices of homes are going to start around $450 and then go up on those lakefront properties, $1 million or more. But you definitely have a median range that's going to be quite affordable.
Those lakes bring with it some really great outdoor activities of paddleboarding, kayaking, going down and having just wonderful barbecue at some parks that are on the water. So you have some great outdoor activities, the recreational park there. Another great feature in this community is the RAC, the Regional Athletic Complex, and this has adult league sports. So there's softball, there's baseball, a lot of fun activities. If you're not into golfing or hiking and that's still part of your future, got some great opportunities for you.
And if you've got kids in sports, you're likely going to be spending time there at soccer games or baseball games. And there's tennis courts there as well, which can be used for pickleball courts. So a lot of great things going on. In addition to that, you've got the Chehalis Western Trail that runs through this part, actually runs through a lot of Olympia, but you can access it really well here.
And the vibe in this area is going to be a blend of suburban, semi-rural properties with some lakefront as well. So it's very eclectic. I like it. The next zip code we're going to cover is 98506. And what's great about this, it is a long strip that goes all the way from basically downtown to Boston Harbor. So from where we're standing, pretty much all the way northwest of Boston Harbor. And this is a charming community.
At the beginning of the zip code, you're going to have smaller homes, very classic, older homes, really desirable area because you're close to downtown. But as you continue to move up, you are going to get to more rural properties, a lot of farmland, and then you get all the way to the point at Boston Harbor, which Joel likes to tell everyone, it is
so charming. It is so charming. It's a little community based around a marina. So I envision myself living there someday. It might just be fantasy, but nonetheless, I love this little community, the marina, the water access, the water view, and it's its own little community to itself. It's very charming.
Yeah, so that tells us that there are waterfront properties available in this area. So if you're looking for waterfront, this is a great option for you. The prices are going to be between $500,000 and several million when you get up into Boston Harbor and those big, beautiful waterfront homes. But you're going to be in the mid-ranges also for those more rural, typical farmhouses on maybe an acre lot or something like that. So really great options in this 98506 zip code.
This zip code has two wonderful parks in it as well. The little hikes down to the water to spend it, that's Burfoot and Squaxin Park. You're going to want to check those out.
Yeah, Squaxin Park has a lot of trails and it is so dense. The forest is so dense. It's actually quite dark in there sometimes. It is beautiful. Play spaces also for the kids and you got multiple trails down to the water. Burfoot Park is one of our favorites. It's a really beautiful little hike down to the water. You pass over some bridges, over some marshy areas, and then you come out on this wide open beach, which is fantastic.
The vibe in this area is very eclectic because some parts of it's going to be closer to downtown, all the way out to Boston Harbor with rural in between. So it just depends on what you're looking for. More than likely, you're going to find that vibe in this area. This next zip code we're going to cover is 98503, and this zip code to me is all about one word: convenience.
Super convenient. This is a very small zip code and it just basically hovers right around I-5, so easy access onto the freeway. You also have Target, which is fantastic. So you've got that in the area. You've got lots of shopping, lots of restaurants. And besides for all the retail, you do have some great outdoor opportunities in this area. You have access to that same Chehalis Western Trail. You've got Hicks Lake, and Hicks Lake does have some waterfront properties if you're looking to be on the water.
And the home prices in this area are going to range somewhere around $450,000, and you can get up into the sevens, but they are going to be a little bit more affordable. And that's wonderful because if you want affordable and convenient, you got both.
The vibe in this area is going to feel urban, suburban, but urban not in the way where you're close to like a main hub downtown, because Lacey doesn't have really a downtown area, but just smaller, older homes that are originally built in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. You're going to get that feel. As you continue to spread out just a little bit, you might have some homes that were pockets of new construction homes that were built in the area, but suburban, urban.
Last but not least, we have 98502, and this is some of our best waterfront property in Olympia.
Yeah, this is West Olympia. It spreads from the mall area, so you've got all the convenience of the mall area all the way out the point, and you have properties that range from very small little homes, older homes, to big rural properties to some amazing waterfront properties. If you look at a map, you can see that this zip code kind of wraps up and down one side. And so you definitely have a lot of options for those waterfront properties.
Parts of this zip code are going to feel a little bit more exclusive because of the Olympia Golf and Country Club being there. So it's got some great properties for sure.
Yep. You're going to find ranges from about 600,000 up to multi-million when you get those waterfront properties. You're going to have a good mix of newer construction neighborhoods that were built in the 2000s with smaller homes that were built a little bit earlier. And then you're going to have custom properties. A lot of people built custom properties on the waterfront or on these more rural lots. So you have a really good broad mix. Many times when clients are looking to land in Olympia, they will land in this West Olympia just because they want the beautiful green. And it's green everywhere.
Yes.
But Olympia on the west side just seems to have left more trees standing. And so it feels very treed.
I'm not sure exactly how to say this correctly, but it does feel a little green-er than the rest of Olympia for some reason.
And some people decide actually to move into a neighborhood near Evergreen State College just so they have that good walkability access. In fact, this area has some neighborhoods that have their own exclusive waterfront access. So that's a good one. If you're looking for waterfront without the price tag, you can get it and still get your kayak in right next door.
The vibe in this area is going to be a little bit of a combination of suburban to urban to rural. Just depends on which part you decide to live in.
So as you can see, Olympia brings something unique to each different zip code, and you can get almost everything in each of those zip codes. There's a lot to explore here. So if you found this helpful, but you need a little bit more help, we are happy to jump on a call with you. Just reach out on the number below. And if you've enjoyed this video, keep watching because the next one is going to give you more information that you need to know before you plan your move.